Hello, it's Amy with Just a Little Ink. I'm an independent demonstrator now for almost 20 years, and I'd love to share with you today a simple card. It's using a simple markering technique, and I'm using the Encircled in Warmth stamp set to make this fairly simple Christmas card. The thing that makes it a little more involved is the use of our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, as well as the Encircled in Beauty dies. These are out of our annual catalog. The stamp set is out of our July to December mini catalog, and they pair together so very nicely. I'm using these two dies. These two obviously almost look like they're one. They're actually two separate dies, if I can get it to pull off. I have one that kind of frames the other, kind of a cool thing, and then a couple little small ones. So what you need for this pretty card, I'm going to set it over here and out a little bit out of the way. I'm using our Evening Evergreen. It's one of our new in colors for this year. It's the 2021 to 2023 in color package. This is, again, the Evening Evergreen. You want one piece that's cut the portrait view, so 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. You're also going to need a piece of basic white. This is for the inside. You want that cut 4 inches by 5 1/4. All these measurements I will have on my blog, justalittle.ink.com. You'll want a piece of this beautiful, oh my goodness, I hate it when I find things and I can't tell you what they are. They are the Painted Christmas, super simple. Detailed on one end, a little more pattern on the other. There are 6 sheets, 2 of each, so you get 12 sheets in this package. Beautiful paper. I'm also cut a piece, again, using that larger detailed circle of our Evening Evergreen. It's about a 4-inch square. And then you're going to want a piece of our shimmery cardstock. This has got a little bit of a glitter to it, and it's not quite as white as the basic white. About a 3-inch square piece to cut out that detail die. And then you want a scrap piece about 3/4 of an inch by 4 1/4, and that's to do this other little detailing. Let me show you how simple this is to put together. Now I'm going to use our Stamparatus because I think it is the easiest way. I've already got my stamps kind of lined up on here to do this project. You want kind of a guide. And so what I've done is I've taken I made a little mark so I know exactly where it is, because these are not actually quite symmetrical. What you want to do is I'm going to put it in here and I'm going to put it down just a little bit. Let me grab one of my magnets from the back. It comes with 2 magnets. I'm going to stick one here. I'm going to line it up inside this detailing. It's kind of you're using a mask is kind of the idea, that you're going to keep the piece. I thought I made a mark. You're going to keep the piece, well, maybe, that you cut out the detailed kind of a doily from. Let me see if I can get it just right. Got about every other thing. Here we go. So you see how it fits back into it. This, I think, is one of the easiest techniques with using the detailing of the dies. And I think I'm going to go ahead and grab this other magnet. You don't want them to get close to one another, but I'm going to take it and stick it on this upper. I think that'll help keep things in place. Okay, so we're going to use the Stampin' Write markers. I'm going to use our Soft Succulent. This is only found in the 2021 to 2023 in color marker package, so you'll need to buy all of them. And then I'm going to use Cherry Cobbler, and that one is in our Regals collection. Again, the only way you're going to catch the markers is to do them in the collections. They are not sold individually. So I'm going to just marker with the brush tip. You notice I'm not using it on the point. I'm going to come and I'm only going to grab the detail of the greenery here. I'm going to come across, do the same thing on this side. Using your markers in this way is a super basic method. I'm going to grab edge of that off. But it's a great way to get more than one color on your stamp. And then I'm going to grab the little berries. Come across again. You have some time. This is water-based ink. And don't forget my berries on this other end. And then I'm going to pick it up with something referring to huffing. I'm going to pull it off of my hinge, breathe on it just a bit, just to re-moisten all of those inks. And if I have everything in the right place, we should stamp about right. We'll see how well I did. I'm going to push with my Stamparatus. Come back. Oh yes, beautiful. Pull this down. I don't need these here, so I'm going to go ahead and pull it out, and then I can take this and I can keep this and use it for future inkings. So then I would clean that with a piece of our Simply Chamois. I keep them in a baggie, and I'm just going to then, and then they're already wet. If I need to, I re-moisten them away, turn it around. And then I've got an inside greeting. So this was the joyful season that's going to go on the outside. And then I'm going to use the wishing you love, joy, and happiness this coming year on the inside. Again, super simple. Just going to grab, put it up in the corner. There are pads if you're using our photopolymer stamps. I'm not using that, so I don't need that. I already got a cling mount stamp. And ink it up. I'll want to be careful because I caught an edge there, but the beauty of the Stamparatus is as long as I don't put too much pressure, I should have a great inking without catching edges. And I could keep making however many more once I've got it all lined up. That's the beauty. So you could make a significant amount of cards with this layout once you have all your parts and pieces cut. Out of the way. So let's see how fast this goes together. So I'm going to fold. I've already scored my cardstock. I'm going to fold it here. I'm going to grab my bone folder. So I'll get a nice edge without fingernail marks. And I'm going to use my Stampin' Seal. Grab a little bit here. This is going to go on the inside. So, shut that. I'm going to take my piece of Designer Series paper. If you really wanted the bold image, you could use that other side. I liked the holly and the pine, so that's what I'm accenting on the front. So, then I'm going to take and just put some adhesive on the back of this circle. It's not enough detail to really need it set up any other way. And I'm not using any dimensionals. You could, but this makes a super nice flat card. And I like that about it. I'm going to use this strip. This, again, is a 3/4 of an inch by about 4 1/4. And I'm using our Lovely Labels Pick-a-Punch die. You notice I use a lot of times Banners Pick-a-Punch. So I'm going to turn it over just to make sure I'm lined up straight, punch out, and then I'm going to turn, do the same thing on the other side. It holds these grooves. You've got a 1/2 inch groove, a 3/4 inch groove, and a 1 inch groove. Do those two here. That gives me my edge. Put a little bit of adhesive on the back side. I liked how this just gave me a little bit of a detail of the red. popping up underneath. So I'm going to come about halfway between here. Line it up. So it should fit about 4 inches when it's all trimmed. And then I didn't tell you before, but I had lined the back side of this doily with some of our adhesive sheets. And so I just need to come and grab the edge. My pick tool is somewhere that I cannot find, so we'll just pull out scissors. I've done something with my pick tool. Take your pick tool. What I liked about this with the adhesive sheets is you get a lot of really detail, and yet it's got adhesive on the back. By having the adhesive sheets on here, you can use some of our multi-purpose liquid glue, and that would work as well. Okay, so I can just pull off all that detail. And just like this, it's going to go down, and I'm going to be ready with one card. Just voila. Hopefully you are having a chance to get to some of your Christmas card making. Here we are already, the beginning of November. I know I need to get busy on the rest of mine. You can order anytime any of these supplies if you do not already have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator on my Stampin' Up! Website, justalittleink.stampinup.net. If you've not already subscribed to my YouTube channel, I would so appreciate you doing so. And if you liked this video, please like and share it with your friends. Look forward to seeing you again next time. Have a great day.